Breaking into post-production sound industry requires skill and talent. There's no doubt about that. However, it also requires a significant amount of perseverance. Today, I'm sharing with you some of the things I've learned along my 16-year career to help keep you motivated during your journey navigating the post-production sound industry. Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Mastering Post-Production Sound. My name is Joel. I am a sound recording mixer, been part of the post-production sound industry for the past 16 years, and I'm here to help you navigate the murky waters of the post-production sound industry. Today we're talking perseverance. So many folks in the industry have been going through a difficult time, especially what we've gone through with the strikes and both the writers and the actor strike. But just in general, I feel like there is a sense of when does it happen? When does it happen for me? I've been trying to break in. It's just not happening yet. I know that in this day and age, it is very difficult for us to wait. Everything is at the click of a button. It is accessible to us in an instant. And I feel like it's difficult to communicate the message of patience, the message of perseverance. This theme of perseverance, this theme of waiting it out, putting our time in, is a difficult one to communicate, but also to accept for many. And I get it. With the advent of technology, AI, everything seems like it can go quicker and faster now. I believe that this industry is still one of the industries where it does take time. Now, hear me out here. I'm a true believer of this fact. I do not believe you can graduate audio school and then go right to mixing the next big Marvel movie. It doesn't happen. It's just not something that happens. But wait, Joel, why? Why doesn't it happen? In this industry, it takes time. It takes time to gain credibility, not only among your peers, but among filmmakers. And I have learned that over the past 16 years in this industry, it really does take time. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about what you can do to help stomach the waiting period, to help ride out and get better at persistence, really. Just how do we do that? So again, I'm going to follow a couple of my notes here because I don't have this stuff memorized. I'm not that kind of person yet. So to make this a little easier for those who are trying to break into the industry, this idea of perseverance. You must be persistent. You must persevere through the ups and the downs. And let me tell you, I have felt the ups and downs. It has been a journey. There are moments when I'm sitting high and I'm like, man, this is so awesome. And there are moments that are really, really low. And it sucks, honestly. But I was there too. I was there just like many of you, asking and waiting and saying like, when is it my turn? When do I get the opportunity? Well, let's take you through a few things that can help you along your journey as you're doing the work. You're going to have to be good at what you do, straight out, right? But on top of that stuff, the stuff that we don't talk a lot about, these soft skills versus hard skills. You have to be a great editor. You have to be a great designer. You have to know how to mix. You have to know those things if you want to get there, right? That comes with time and practice. Reps. Do the reps. Get the practice in, right? It's going to happen. But this stuff, the soft skills, like how do we get better at waiting? How do we stomach the looking at other people? Why do they get the gig and I don't? I'm here for you, and I got some tips. Here we go. We're going to start by setting clear and achievable goals. Start small, okay? This can be things you want to learn, people you want to reach out to, projects you want to take on. Start small. Set it as a small thing. Hey, this week I'm going to work on a redesign. Great. Now you've set a goal. Go out and do it. Setting goals in this industry are so very, very, very important. Don't overlook the power of setting goals. The next thing is obviously building a strong portfolio. Okay, in this portfolio, you want it to showcase your skills. Really high action stuff, to drama, to comedy. Like, put together something great, something that's going to be, anywhere from a minute and a half to 2 minutes, right? Of just your action stuff, all the stuff. You want to put it together and you want to show people. Social media is great because you can show so many people. So build a strong portfolio and get it out there. Another thing is seek constructive feedback. This is something that I think is very, very overlooked. I think we often put ourselves out there, but we don't want to get the feedback from others. Feedback, my friend, is so important. It helps us grow. It gives us the opportunity to grow. But don't let your pride get in the way. I have been, guilty of that. I let my pride get in the way from learning. And when you actually set aside your ego and your pride, you can actually learn from your colleagues in this industry. So seek the constructive feedback. It's very important for your growth. The next thing is network and collaborate. Networking, collaborating is so important. You have no idea where your next opportunity may come from. And that may come from just doing a little meet and greet, a little hello, a little reaching out via, email or picking up the phone, old school style. But the new thing is social media. Create authentic relationships. I talk about this all the time. Create authentic relationships with people. You are going to lean into those relationships, and you're going to find out as time goes by that those relationships, people will vouch for you. And especially if they look at you and they're like, man, that person is a really great person. I really like them. Man, instant credibility with those people. They're going to say, I like being with you. We spend a lot of time on the mix stages with people. We want to work with people we like. So network, collaborate with others, see if you can help out. For those sound designers out there, go see if there's, even from reaching out to motion graphic artists, like, hey, see if you can put together a little sound thing with their visuals. Hey, super awesome graphic designer, I put together a little redesign. I'd love for you to check it out. Sure, check it out. And you know what? They might even share it with people. They might even give you some credit and say, hey, go check out this awesome, sound design this so-and-so put to my motion graphic, sample. Do it. Collaborate with other people. Reach out. It is so important. The next thing is staying updated, obviously, with trends. Stay on top of the newest technology. Don't live under a rock. Find out what's out there. There's a new plugin. Check it out. There's a new format. Check it out. Do some research. That kind of stuff. That curiosity, it leads to learning, and that leads to growth. Okay, here's one we don't talk about a lot, and trust me, when you hear this, you're going to be like, what? Practice resilience. What? Resilience? What do you mean? Are you telling me to practice being rejected? Being rejected is almost the best thing that can happen to you. Everybody's going to get a no. Each no you get, each rejection you get is closer to that yes. So if you take on that mentality of like, this is a game. Hey, I'm going to reach out to so-and-so. I'm going to try to do this project or meet with this person, and you get no's and no's and no's. It's okay. Flip the script. It's okay that you get those no's. Those no's are going to get you closer to that yes. Change the game with your brain, okay? You're going to get no's. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to make that yes so much sweeter. So practice being resilient. And guess what? If you have setbacks, these setbacks help us learn. They help us become stronger, okay? When we take a step backwards, we always have to get up and take a step forward. We may take 4 back. Let's take 1 step at a time, 1 day at a time. Anything that happens to us, any obstacle can be used for good, can be used for learning in this industry. So do not shy away from rejection and obstacles. Balancing creativity and practicality It is good to have a good balance. Obviously, we're a creative industry. We're creative people. It's good to work at that. But at the same time, you also have to be working on your communication skills, your time management skills, your social skills. You need to have a good balance of all of them because you can be super, super great at just sound designing. But if you're not a good social person, not many people are going to want to work with you. I'm just saying, we like to work with people who are great and also have great character, are fun to be around, good people. So find that balance. It's going to be very helpful to you. And obviously, a super, super, super important one is practicing mental and physical health. It is very important to practice self-care in this industry. When you are journeying through this crazy industry we call post-production sound, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have moments of disappointment. And when you're waiting for that break, something that really helps us get through it all and persevere through this all is self-care. Self-care must be a priority. We must take care of our mental, emotional, physical, spiritual health. All of those things help us become a better creative, and it helps us get through those moments that really feel tough and we're like, how do we get through this? When is it going to happen? Take time. If it's going out and connecting with nature, if it's journaling, if it's meditating, if it's praying, if it's walking, whatever it is, take care of yourself. It's very, very important, and getting through very difficult times will be easier if you are taking care of your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual self. So self-care, make it a priority. And above all else, celebrate the small victories. You get an email from someone you've been waiting for, celebrate that. You booked that gig, that small short film, celebrate that. You booked that big movie, celebrate that. Celebrate the wins. It's super important because sometimes we're just trudging through, really hoping to get this. When we celebrate these wins, it just makes it all worth it. So make sure that you're celebrating the small wins. Thank you for joining me this week for Mastering Post-Production Sound. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave a comment, or if you found it helpful, consider sharing it on your social media platforms. I want to thank you again, and I'll see you next week.